Hey everybody, I'm here with my LG fridge. I already got it apart. The problem we were having, if you're having this, is this door flap. It was popping off. I think these bottom snaps broke off. It's a pretty violent action. As you can see, when you press the lever, and it goes pretty quick to open, and then, it will shut. It should stay in place. It was just dangling free out of this. So I took apart this fascia. So you start at the bottom and you'll pry the control panel off, and it's just held in by these tabs. Up here it's slid in, so don't start at the top. That's what I was trying first, wasn't working. Came around to the side and it popped out of these, and I just worked my way around and then figured that slid down. But before you can get that off, this piece is on here like so. Let's see if we can just say it has screws that hold it in, and you got your cup thing that directs the ice here. Here's the piece I'm talking about, this little cup thing. I knew it was held in by some type of tabs because you can't get this front piece off completely until this is removed. I only broke 1 out of 4. That's not so bad. This snaps into that piece, this gray piece up here. And we'll turn it and you can see where it snaps into. Well, you think it'd be easy to just slide a screwdriver up and push those out of the way, but it's blocked off. So you can't easily do that. I knew where the one side was because it came down my left side and it was like this, but I couldn't get up there, and I tried everything. Eventually I just had to force it, and once that one broke, then it dropped down. So I'm hoping when I put this back, or maybe I can just buy this one little piece if I can. This was the last piece probably of assembly. They, put all that stuff in. They put on the trim piece, and then the guy went snap. And then that also kind of probably holds in the trim piece. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it makes it so you can't get it out. But you will have to remove this, and then that's how that's held in. So I wanted to bring you that. And I removed the ice maker inside because I didn't know, how you get to everything. That's easy enough to do, just some screws and a connector. This has one connector on it, which is one of these guys. So when you remove it, there won't be too much room. Just reach in, press that, and that will come undone. That's how you get inside your door flap for your ice maker, which is also the motor, and also this mechanism and the light. So easy enough to do, easy enough to not pay somebody to come out here and do probably the same thing I do, unless they have experience with this exact model. There's too many fridges and stuff, so they probably have an idea how these are put together from the get-go. But then again, they would have to figure it out just like I did and hope for the best. And if they break something like this, they probably quote you and just be like, well, stuff happens. But, and plus in this economy, trying to get this with shipping issues, who knows? Who knows getting a door? So how am I going to fix that door? I'm going to use the hot glue gun and do this. We're going right up. I'm just going to go bam, put some glue in there just so that part can't come out real easy, and bam, put some glue in there and just kind of build it up a little bit and let that dry, if you know how a hot glue gun works, and I should be good to go. So that's going to be my fix. I'm going to look online. I did take pictures of that part number on there, and then the motor part number, figuring the motor is probably part of that assembly. And if it's reasonable, if it's like $40, $50, I might go buy one. And if we have problems again, I'll put it in. If not, I guess it's just an extra part sitting around until there's a problem. Hopefully you have the fridge for another 10 years. Because, no one likes to buy a fridge just to buy a fridge. It's a waste of money. But you need it, right? So I figured I'd bring you all, as I put it back together, to probably should do that just so you can see how I exactly removed it. So there was only 2 Phillips screws here, but there's 4 holes. I don't know why. They had a piece of paper tape that was up here going across, but that was old, dry, not sticky. So I have some of this aluminum tape, just probably if you want to put it back together somewhat kind of professionally and just have that wire secure, go ahead and place a piece of tape. I use this aluminum stuff because I have it and it's pretty sticky. It should last longer than this fridge and longer than paper tape, masking tape that they used in the factory for assembly. And so now I just have to put in the control panel. So here's the control panel. This is what it looks like. There's the number of it. If you needed just this part, you happen to have the same fridge, you don't have to take it apart. You could probably just go off my number, although I would advise you to, just in case your version's slightly different. Never know. So you take this, you're gonna come up here, and if you have two hands it works better. They don't give you a lot of wire. You're gonna wanna, hold on, you're gonna wanna plug that guy into there. Oh my god, there we go. Plug it in. There we go, we got power. Seems like that's working. Then you come here, you're gonna guide that little rubber nozzle, and now, cool. Actually, it wasn't that hard, and that was pretty quick once I figured out, you know, what I could do with two hands. So I lined up those tabs. I took this, it flexed far enough down, I mean we're just talking like millimeters, and that went under all those hooks. So the top is attached. So then all I have to, see, it came undone. Probably just need two hands to do this, because then you would just press it in going around for all those clips to attach. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, got it in. So like I said, you could bend this down and then bottom pull up pretty hard, pretty good strength, and then look on the side and you'll see those plastic hooks, kind of line them up, and then take your fist and go whack. And same on this side, whack, and it will snap in. I did lose a little piece of gray, don't know where that exactly came from, but you know what, a little sacrifice to more or less get that back together, get that working. It saves me huge bucks calling somebody out, hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, assuming they could even get that part in this market, you know. Might not. They might say your fridge is too old. Would they just rig it up? They might. You know, I've never dealt directly with appliance guys. I don't know how they'll do stuff. They'll just say it's broken, or they'll rig it up or something. I mean, even if they did what I did with the hot glue gun, yeah, they're gonna charge quite a bit of money just to do what I did, and probably not tell me exactly what they did, but just say I have a fix. It might hold, it might not, if they're honest. And be like, oh, okay. So the last part we need is this guy. So sorry to do this in reverse, but I wasn't thinking about it. This wasn't something I planned today. Wife just told me, hey, the door flap, that's why we're leaking water. So you see the little tabs again? I'm missing one. It looks like at the factory they marked it with red of where they're at, but you can't see that once it's in here. So you'll wanna, doing this blind, just knowing how it goes in, gonna wanna try and get that piece snapped in as good as possible. I mean, you could probably just work it like this, to be honest. I got that little ice direction cup in with that one tab that was broken. It just wasn't seating. It was way too wobbly. It probably would just fall out in your cup. That's what I envisioned. So on the top ridge of that, I had nothing to lose. Again, hot glue gun glue, and then just put this up here, and this side's really solid. This side has a little wobble, probably could have used a dab, and just use that. Hot glue gun glue is pretty strong, but yet I bet if I had enough force to that, it would probably pop off. It's not like really permanent, so I could still take that off. It would probably, it might not be just destroyed, it might just peel right off, but it would have enough resistance. It might last a while, and I'm gonna see if I can just order. If I can just order this cup, then boom, put it back on. Same with the other part. If I can order it and it's reasonable and they still have them, yeah, I might just do it. So this is our LG fridge. I don't know the number off the top of my head. It's in the description and in the title. This is how you get to your door flap. It comes through the front. So that worked pretty good. The tools I used some of this just to re-secure that wire, which you could probably use various other tapes. This was one of the tapes I had that I felt reliable. It tends to last. It's pretty sticky. I used a small screwdriver. Use this to kind of explore and go around carefully. Obviously you don't want to scratch stuff. A Phillips to take out, although this is not a Phillips. This is technically, if you know what this is, I'd be surprised. This is a JIS, different than a Phillips. So look that up. But you could use a Phillips too. That's just what I had. And I have these are body panels of automotive, but I found they're really helpful. You can get these on Amazon for not much. I think I got a whole kit for like 10 bucks, like many different ones. And that helps not to mar. Once I explored with a skinny guy back in here and kind of explored around just slightly pry, then I could put this in there, and then having two, I could go around and pop it off. So basic tools, nothing too expensive, and you can fix that door, because that's probably all it is. If you're having the same issues, or if you have a different make, it's probably slightly the same setup, because manufacturers build their stuff pretty similar. So that's how you would access that door flap, probably on a lot of different refrigerators, because they do have service technicians, and these things are still built to somewhat replace parts, because a home appliance, you're not just running out and buying a new one. And if you have to do a little gluing, hey, do it. You have nothing to lose, right? If this gets us by 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, then hey, it cost me next to nothing. The stuff I have on hand. So hopefully this video helped you out, gave you an idea, and showed you that you could do this yourself, really. And at the end of the day, what did I have to lose? Worst case was we wouldn't be using that door because it was majorly broke. I would be just sealing it, probably with hot glue, just seal it completely, unplug the motor or something, and we would still have water, no ice, and it would be a shame. But we could live with that for a while until we felt like going to buy a new one, which, I don't know, I don't really want to drop $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a new refrigerator. I don't know about you, but I don't. So have a good one. Stay well, stay safe, my friends, and hopefully this video helped you out. Bye.